It's the early morning hours of March 24th, 1998. The Rhapsody of the Seas is slicing silently through black Caribbean water, bound for Curaçao. Aboard are hundreds of passengers, most asleep, except for a few who are still riding the afterglow of a long tropical night. One of them is 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley. Amy's from Petersburg, Virginia, a strong swimmer, a former lifeguard, with short brown hair and striking green eyes. Her friends call her funny, athletic, loyal. Amy reportedly purchased souvenirs for her friends and wrote postcards from Puerto Rico, explaining she planned to be in Aruba the following day. It's a small thing, but in hindsight, it feels important. People making plans don't usually plan to vanish. It's been a night of music and dancing. Amy and her younger brother Brad are hanging out in the Rhapsody's dance club, enjoying the house band Blue Orchid. One of the bass players is Alistair Douglas. Everyone calls him Yellow. At 3:40 a.m, the ship's electronic keycard logs record Amy and Brad using their cabin card to get back inside. They head to the balcony to sit in the warm air, talking softly while the dark ocean rolls by. Eventually, Brad gets tired, says goodnight and heads to bed inside the cabin. Amy stays outside, somewhere between 5:15 and 5:30 a.m. Amy's father, Ron, wakes up. He walks out toward the balcony and glances through the glass door. He can see his daughter's legs from the knees down, resting on a deck chair. She looks like she's asleep. He doesn't wake her. That is the last confirmed sighting of Amy Lynn Bradley. But there's another account, one that complicates the timeline. Around 5:30 to 5:45 a.m, two young women from the ship say they saw Amy riding the glass elevator up toward the top deck. She wasn't alone. Standing beside her, Yellow, the bass player from the night before. The girls remember after the elevator doors closed, about 15 minutes passed before Yellow walked straight past them, alone. Amy wasn't with him. This sighting has never been formally confirmed in official reports, but it remains one of the case's most discussed moments. At 6 a.m, Ron Bradley wakes again. He steps onto the balcony. The chair is empty. Amy is gone. Her shoes are still inside the cabin, but her cigarettes and lighter? The only things missing. No purse, no ID, no sign of a struggle. The Bradleys search the decks themselves. They beg the ship's crew to lock the vessel down, keep everyone aboard until they find her. But passengers are still allowed to disembark in Curaçao. By the time any formal ship-wide search is underway, hundreds of people have already stepped off. The Dutch Caribbean Coast Guard sweeps the waters for 4 days. Helicopters, patrol boats, Royal Caribbean even charters another vessel. Nothing. The FBI opens a missing persons case, and in the years that follow, Amy's name will show up in witness statements from across the Caribbean. The sightings, unconfirmed but reported. March 1998, Curaçao. A taxi driver says a young woman matching Amy's description urgently asked to borrow his phone. August 1998. Canadian scuba diver David Carmichael reports seeing a woman with Amy's exact tattoos, a Tasmanian devil, walking on a beach with 2 men. She looked at him and was quickly ushered away. 1999, Curaçao brothel. A US Navy petty officer says a distressed woman told him, "Please help me. My name is Amy Bradley." He didn't act at the time, later admitting he was somewhere he shouldn't have been, but came forward after learning who she was. 2005, Barbados restroom. A woman named Judy says she saw a crying woman in a public bathroom who said her name was Amy. 2005, adult website photos. Amy's parents are shown images of a woman with a nickname of Jazz. The face, the tattoos, even the build, close enough to shake them. The FBI reviews the photos but never publicly confirms a match. None of these sightings have been confirmed, but each one is a thread, a loose end. and every year the case seems to collect more of them. Some believe Amy fell overboard between those early morning checks, but she was an exceptional swimmer, and the sea that morning was calm. Her family rejects the suicide theory outright. Others think she may have been taken from the ship in port, possibly drugged or coerced, and moved into the Caribbean's underground human trafficking networks. There is no hard proof for any of these scenarios. In 1999, a self-proclaimed ex-Special Forces operative named Frank Jones told the Bradleys he could rescue Amy. He even staged fake surveillance photos to make it look like she was alive. It was all a con. Jones was eventually convicted of fraud and sentenced to prison. Ron Bradley later said, "If it was your child, what would you do? I guess we lost." The case remains open with the FBI. There's a reward of up to $25,000 for information that leads to Amy's recovery and the person or people responsible for her disappearance. In July of 2025, Netflix released Amy Bradley is Missing, reigniting public interest and walking through these very details: the timeline, the sightings, the theories, but no resolution. March 24th, 1998. Somewhere between 5:15 and 6 a.m, Amy Lynn Bradley stepped, or was taken, out of her family's world. Her last confirmed location? A balcony chair on the Rhapsody of the Seas. Her last unconfirmed trail? An elevator ride with a man known only as Yellow. If you know something, the FBI wants to hear from you. 27 years is a long time to wait for answers, but in cases like this, sometimes all it takes is one person remembering what they saw and realizing it mattered.